Okay, some more potential good news. I need to have a good day tomorrow, Richie. I do not need to have a bad day. Today's not a bad day because I'm really not, like the Travis Hunter thing hurt me hard, but I am not going to be upset about a 2024 recruit. I think the shape of recruiting at Florida State is not very good right now. And I can just, very bluntly say that, but I'm not going to get that upset over, what a 2024 kid says or doesn't says, or, what Dion's behind or whatever. But tomorrow is a kind of a big day, right? Lucas Simmons, 4-star blue chip offensive lineman, originally from Sweden, is announcing teams that are in it are Florida State, Florida with their 2 offensive line coaches, Tennessee and USC. A lot of people think this is a USC Florida State battle, which is a little maybe worrisome because they can obviously drop some pretty massive bags. The Tennessee folks seem to think that it's a Tennessee Florida State battle, which that's certainly interesting, from their perspective. Florida folks kind of think this is Florida State, USC. So I think that Florida State's in a really good position for this. The people that I've chatted with feel like Florida State has done absolutely everything they can and put themselves in a very, very good position to land Lucas Simmons. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't think anybody has a crystal ball in for him right now, but I would certainly kind of lean towards Florida State picking him up tomorrow. I feel good about it. I feel good about the relationship with Alex Atkins. I feel good about the position that Florida State has put themselves in with visiting with his family, his recruiting trips, the times he's been on campus. They also got his last official visit. Not that that means everything. They got Avery Stewart's last official visit. But with Alex Atkins involved, with the relationship that he has with the staff, the way that we recruited the trenches, I feel really, really good about Lucas Simmons. I'm not calling it a done deal just yet. We'll see at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow when he announces. But I do have a spaces set up for 1:15. So we're going to talk about it one way or the other. Hopefully that's a more positive conversation. That thing is going to turn super, super negative if today's news that happened goes down and then we miss on Simmons tomorrow. But I've got confidence in Atkins. I've got the tweets and the gifts and everything lined up. Hopefully today's freak out will be quenched by Lucas Simmons, offensive lineman, committing tomorrow.
It's going to come down to relationships, CJ, and lock it up. Lucas Simmons will be at Florida State Seminole tomorrow. I feel very good about that. And y'all can clip this if you'd like. That's fine. But no, I think relationships, that's what it comes down to. Alex Atkins has been on this kid since he was in Sweden still, right? Like he's always been on them, had a great relationship. One of the best stories I've heard is about when he came to a Florida State big man camp. And on a visit recently, Alex Atkins sat down with him, showed him video of him making mistakes in the big man camp, and then Atkins coaching him up, and then him doing much better the next rep. That goes a long way. I really feel good about this one. I don't think Florida's a real player. Like you mentioned, I think it's Tennessee, potentially USC, but if it comes down to strictly relationships and NIL is not a factor, he's going to be committing to Florida State tomorrow.
I feel really good about the relationships that this staff sets forward. I think that Alex Atkins does a fantastic job of being real with kids. And, you see the memes and you see the different things, posted. Alex Atkins is probably one of the only ones that's really pulling his weight right now. Papucci is doing a good job. Odell's doing a good job. There's some other guys on staff that are doing okay. But this is one that Florida State needs to close on. They've done a good job. They got Kearney, the 4-star offensive lineman, obviously on the defensive side with Lamont Green Jr. and Falk that we mentioned earlier. But this would be a really, really big one. Florida State needs to kind of pull it to have some kind of positivity as we continue on into July. Got a few more announcements coming over the next few weeks. And so this would be a really good way to go into those. Feel good about Simmons. Richie put his crystal ball in. Florida State.
I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 for right now.
7 confidence. Yeah. I mean, if I had a crystal ball, I would put it, and I'd put it on Florida State and I'd probably make it like a 10. So that's where I'd have it. So, all All right.
That's why you don't have crystal balls, DJ.
Yeah, because I mean, whatever, like if you're gonna put your name on it, put your name on it, right? Like they used to not even have confidence, and so like I don't know if you're putting it in, like you're confident enough to put it in, like just put it in at 10, like it is what it is. So.